Tonight, Iran's supreme leader making his first public remarks since coming to a ceasefire agreement with Israel.
All right, and he had some strong words for both Israel and the U.S. Fox 5's Sharon Crowley joins us now with the latest. Sharon.
First, the good news, that ceasefire you spoke of is still holding right now anyway. Also developing today, President Trump and his team pushing back hard against reports that U.S. airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities may not have obliterated its uranium supply. Earlier this morning, the Pentagon revealing more details about the U.S. airstrikes on Iran's nuclear sites. The briefing coming after reports that Iran may have moved uranium out of the strike zone in the days leading up to the bombings. This Pentagon tape shows the media the test video. It demonstrates what the so-called bunker buster bombs used to strike Iran's nuclear sites and what those bombs are capable of. U.S. pilots, of course, dropped 12 of them on the Fordo defense site on Friday into Saturday. Now, Secretary Pete Hegseth made it clear Iran's nuclear program suffered a heavy blow.
You want to call it destroyed, you want to call it defeated, you want to call it obliterated, choose your word. This was an historically successful attack, and we should celebrate it as Americans.
The pilot stated, quote, "This was the brightest explosion that I've ever seen. It literally looked like daylight."
And meantime, in his first statement since the ceasefire, Iran's supreme leader, who's still in hiding, praised Iran's retaliatory attack on the U.S. military base in Qatar and warned that such an action can be repeated in the future, too, should any aggression occur. He says, quote, "The enemy will definitely pay a heavy price." His remarks coming as senators on Capitol Hill got their first classified briefings on the airstrikes. Democrats are demanding more information.
The failure to provide the details about how effective this strike was not only disserves the military men and women who did it, but also the American people.
Well, UN inspectors say they want to get back into Iran as soon as possible to try to assess the damage and make sure the Iranians aren't taking advantage of the chaos to fast-track a nuclear bomb. Now, President Trump says that diplomats from the U.S. and Iran are going to be talking sometime next week, but it's not clear where or when, so we'll be following it.
All right, very well. All right, thanks, Sharon. And the White House says President Trump could extend the tariff pause deadline. Trump previously threatened to impose 50% tariffs on the EU, but later delayed that until July 9th. Now, at a press briefing today, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt was asked if the president's committed to the July 9th deadline. She said the date is not critical.